What's the expectations? Realistically, what are the expectations? What are the expectations for the Philadelphia Eagles tomorrow night, Thursday night football? Now, we already did the keys to victory as scheduled. Lord Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, we did the keys to victory as scheduled, but then, you get some time to wander and, you get some time to ponder and think about things more. And it's something very important that I left out of the keys to victory. I've been really thinking about this game because this game is a big game. This is a big game for the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot is on the line in this game. We got to win. We got to get something back in the win column. You know what I mean? We all know what happened. We all know what transpired. We all know why we're here. We all know that. Now, Carson Wentz got to continue to do his job. Guys dropping passes can be very discouraging. It could play into your psyche. And guys dropping, from a quarterback standpoint, and the receivers that's dropping these passes, yes, it can play into their psyche as well. It can linger on. That's why you just got to go out there and kind of forget about it. Next play, keep going to your guys that's dropping these passes. But we can't go in there with the same playbook, I don't think. I think something has to be implemented this week, especially because we're facing a pass rush who I believe will end up being a top 3 pass rush in the game. That dude, Preston, the Green Bay Packers got a revamped defense, and they revamped their defense, and it's looking pretty good. It's looking pretty good. You know what I'm saying? So I think a big thing that we got to do in this game is we got to run some type of misdirection. Aggressive defensive fronts, aggressive defenses, period. You want to throw some misdirection at these guys. Now, misdirection can come in all forms, but the kind of misdirection the Philadelphia Eagles need is misdirection with speedsters on the outside. We need to probably hit these guys with some type of jet sweeps, some type of reverses, getting our guys out in space. Quick throws. We cannot let this game be dictated by the Green Bay Packers up front. Now, let's get back to expectations for a minute. I expect the Philadelphia Eagles to put up around 30 points in this game. With that being said, why should I expect anything less? Why? Alshon Jeffrey coming back. You still got Zach Ertz. You still got Goddard. You still got Nelson Aguilar, who's dropped some balls, but also caught the touchdown passes. He's caught touchdown passes too. Now, the more Aguilar is to be depended upon, the more I expect him to excel. You got some guys who don't feel good about their performance. So they could go into these games one or two ways, overthinking it, or go into these games still not performing at all and causes themselves to overthink it anyway. Now, I believe that, Nelson Aguilar is the most dangerous once he gets the ball. You see, he was able to put those guys in a spin cycle running in for a touchdown. I think you got to try to I think you could line Nelson Aguilar up back there as like a wide receiver in the running back's position sometime, and let Nelson Aguilar just run with the ball in his hands. Same for Darren Sproles. We got to create some mismatches, and we got to use misdirection with these guys. You know what I mean? We want the defensive line and the front seven to be flowing one way. Meanwhile, the ball is going the other way. That's the point of misdirection. You know what I'm saying? Now, I think that once we start hitting them with misdirection, we start to confuse them. They start to, have to think twice. They got to start using their eyes. You know what I mean? We want to hit these guys with quick developing misdirection plays. Alshon Jeffrey's coming back. I expect Alshon Jeffrey to contribute immediately. You know what I mean? Things would be much different if we would have had our weapons the last 2 games, but we're not going to dwell on it. I expect us to still put up around 30 points in this game. I mean, you still got Carson Wentz who's playing beautiful football. No matter how these guys want to tell us that our guy looking bad, Carson Wentz is doing his job, playing beautiful football. I'm telling you right now, the wide receivers let Carson Wentz down. They left about 200 yards off of his stats and probably 3 touchdowns. Where would that have him? He would have like 1,000 passing yards. You see what I'm saying? And 9 touchdowns in the first month of football. Carson Wentz is doing his job. He got to continue to do his job. He got to continue to hit the open man. Got to continue to have confidence in his arm, because he's not having an interception problem. He's having a problem with guys dropping balls. He's not overthrowing nobody. He's not underthrowing nobody. Perfectly placed passes, which is why I don't understand how guys like Jason Whitlock and all these other guys who've been around the sport for a very long time, longer than me, for these guys to come out here and blatantly say that Carson Wentz ain't playing up to par. It makes absolutely no sense. Media manipulation. We always going to talk about media manipulation. If Carson Wentz was playing bad, that means there would be a ton of interceptions in a lot of these games. Listen, we're going into the 4th game. He only threw interceptions in 1 game. What quarterback out there right now that hasn't thrown an interception yet? So, I mean, I'm pretty sure there may be, but based upon that alone, Where do you see Carson Wentz playing bad at? Where do you see Carson Wentz playing bad at? I don't see the bad play from the quarterback position. So it ain't nothing that the quarterback got to do differently. He got to hit his guys that's open. Nothing he got to do differently, man. I mean, it even got bad for him at times where guys weren't getting open or guys probably weren't reliable to him, and it caused him to throw the ball to Darren Sproles, who caught the ball but came down with an offensive pass interference. He pushed off. The same way Julio Jones pushed off on us and it didn't get caught. But we're going to lead a pass in the pass. At the end of the day, I expect us to come out with the same explosive offense, but you got to use misdirection against this type of defensive front. We don't want to stand there and let Carson Wentz have to scan the field. Meanwhile, these guys are chomping at the bit to get him down. This is a critical game. This is the type of game where somebody could take a hard, nasty hit in a game like this. Thursday night football, we out there in Lambeau. You know what I'm saying? The season is far from over, and misdirection and making sure that defensive front, I want to see some hard counts implemented as well. This is a hungry defensive front. Hard counts, misdirection, a lot of things to throw these guys off. You know what I'm saying? More RPOs. We got to expand the playbook. We're looking real stagnant we're looking stagnant when it comes to offensive play calling. Now, granted, if everything would have happened in a perfect world with all the calls being played and dudes coming down with these catches, we'd be 3-0. Wouldn't be much we would say we have to change. You know what I mean? In the eyes of a lot of people. But even if we came down with these catches, you know what I'm saying? Even if we were 3-0, you still got to use misdirection. You still got to expand the playbook. Because we would have been 3-0, but it would have been a very ugly 3-0. You see what I'm saying? We would have been a 3-0, but it would have been an ugly 3-0. It would have been 2 games back-to-back that went to the wire, no matter how you cut it. But at the end of the day, we're here to do a job on Thursday Night Football, and I believe the Philadelphia Eagles will take care of business with the score of 28-21. I believe that we're going to put points up. And we had a good sign last week, putting up 10 points in the first quarter. You know what I'm saying? I think we scored on the first drive of the game or something like that. But then we give up a special teams play. We got to maintain discipline. We got to keep our head in the game. Now, people want to confuse us for noticing the flaws in our team right now early and say we're nervous. How are we nervous? We're not going to pay attention to nothing that these guys saying. It's all about what we got to take care of on Thursday. We're going to take care of business on Thursday, and we're going to focus on the next game after that. I believe it's a home game that I will be at against the Jets. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, man. Don't forget, man, shout out to everybody who ordered their merch today, man. A bunch of merchandise was ordered today that's getting shipped out tomorrow. If you're still looking to order some merch, I got a new shipment in. Go to ElijahEBrunson@gmail.com. Send your $25 for your shirt or your $30 for your hat. You know what I mean? Email me or something. Let me know you send it. Give me your address, and it's coming right out to you, man. There's gonna be a lot of pictures posted up soon with a lot of people wearing their merch. That's all I ask you guys, man. As soon as you get the merch, take a picture, send it to me. It's going up on the page, man. Thank you guys for all your continued support. And the Philadelphia Eagles are not scared of no damn Green Bay Packers. We're not scared of nobody on this schedule. I'm trying to tell you, we're gonna peak. When we peak, just talk to us week 12.